Hi there. I've been working with quite a few schools that are adopting Benchmarks ELA curriculum, and I just wanted to kind of walk through a unit and talk about how you can take what you're being asked to do by your district for your ELA curriculum and make it part of your project work. So every one of these units, this one's called Advancements in Technology, has an essential question at the beginning of the unit. And normally I really like these. They can be the same essential question that you have for your project. I don't love this one. What's in the value of innovation? It feels kind of flat to me, and a student could really easily answer that. And as you know, I like to start my driving questions with how or why. So I might play around with something like, how can we learn from innovators of the past to create something for fill in the blank? So it just kind of makes the students a little bit more active. But it's the same essence of the essential question that's listed in here. And normally, like I said, you can use them the way they stand. I just didn't love this one. This one is filled with informational reading and writing. Usually there are more of like literature styles woven throughout. So this one would be really nice to give you kind of background for benchmark 1 of your project. Also throughout the unit are these little reflections that are built in. I think they're like 3 or 4 times throughout the unit. And I would actually beef these out quite a bit. These could be your formative assessment reflections, not just for the content and ELA, but for your whole project. So you can look at 21st century skills, ask students to self-assess, give them feedback. Since it is built in 3 times to their unit, it's pretty easy for you just to kind of add that other component to what's already in here. You can see in this example that they're asking students to compare Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison. Again, really important background information. I would kick it up a notch for a project and ask them to study some innovator that's more contemporary, and a great opportunity for you to bring in other countries, other cultures, and have students learn about not just those who are in the US, but in other places. And so they can compare and contrast kind of 3 ways rather than 2 ways. So pushing a little bit further in their depth of knowledge. And then the rest of this just includes a lot of different informational reading and writing activities. You could turn this into a project since it's focused on advancements in technology. I could see students making a really fun video, like a Back to the Future, where they're looking at all the people who are discussed in here and all of their advancements and predicting what things might look like 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. I think they'd have a lot of fun with the Back to the Future video. Really any sort of video that kind of shows the evolution of what's being discussed in here. But I think the missing link for students to be more actively involved is to apply it and really think about how they can innovate something, or how they can take what we've learned about the past to predict what things might look like down the road. So you could use all of this as the text that students would be covering. I'm sure they would need to be doing much more research, looking at more contemporary topics like I mentioned, but that's what's great about PBL is it takes what we're being asked to do and it pushes students even deeper. So hopefully that's helpful for you.